Hello and welcome to e-GMAT. We will solve question number 63 of OG Verbal Second Edition by using e-GMAT three-step process. In the first step, we will understand the meaning of the sentence. In the second, we will evaluate the errors in the sentence, and finally, we will review all the answer choices to get to the correct answer. So let's begin. Many policy experts say that shifting a portion of health benefit costs back to the workers helps to control the employer's costs, but also helps to limit medical spending by making patients more careful consumers. Now, this sentence presents a few facts. It says that according to many experts, shifting a portion of health benefit costs back to the worker does two things. It helps to control the employer's costs, and it also helps to limit medical spending by making patients more careful consumers. Now, let us evaluate the errors by splitting this sentence into its clauses. So here comes the first clause. Many policy experts say that. Here, many policy experts is the subject and say is the verb. Presence of that brings us to another clause that reads, shifting a portion of health benefit costs back to the workers helps to control the employer's costs, but also helps to limit medical spending by making patients more careful consumers. This sentence partially uses the idiom not only X but also Y, where only but also is there, not only is missing. We need this phrase to emphasize that the subject actually does two things. So this leads to the idiom error in this sentence. Now let us run the POE to find out what's the correct answer. Well, choice A is not correct as we discussed just now. Choice B is also not correct because the two purposes are not parallel here. The control is not parallel to limit. Choice C is the correct answer because this sentence now uses the correct idiom and both the purposes are also parallel to each other. Let's take a look at choice D. Here, the entities following both the markers are not grammatically parallel, which they should be. The employer's cost is not parallel to limit, and this makes choice D incorrect. Choice E uses the incorrect idiom. It says not only helps to control and also helps to limit, which is not correct. So as we found out earlier, choice C is the correct answer. Time to take a look at the takeaway messages. Idioms must be correctly worded to convey the intended meaning of the sentence. Also, in idioms of comparisons, both the entities compared must be logically as well as grammatically parallel to each other. The entities following or and preceding the markers must be logically as well as grammatically parallel. The concepts tested in this sentence have been covered in Level 2 Parallelism Comparisons and Level 2 Idiom Comparisons.